August 23rd, 2012, about 9:15 in the morning. Temperature's about 65 degrees in here, and everything seems to be working. The pump runs 24 hours a day. I've got my fan. It's programmed to turn on with this little timer at 11 a.m. until about 6 p.m. Got it on the 2 speed. Some of these plants get a little wind blown, but I think it's making them stronger, the ones getting the wind. So I noticed the one on the end, it got real tall and kind of leaned over. The ones that are getting the wind seem to be a little bit more stout. These were lettuces from the lettuce barrel yesterday, and put them in the system, and they're growing. So that's a good thing. This tomato went in yesterday. It's kind of interesting how you can see that foliage, and then this was a kind of a rescue plant also, and then what they turn into. I put some carrots down in here that were really tiny. They should have been a full carrot by now, just because the bad dirt in the barrels that I'd made up. And we'll see what happens with those guys. The green peppers, I guess you got to keep them kind of mowed like grass. They seem to have bent over and broke, so we'll have to cut some of those off today. These 2 tomatoes are doing really well. This pepper is just not getting growth. The other one was, or I should say still is. So I don't know what the story is with this pepper, why it's struggling, because I've transplanted it into here, and then I moved it from that barrel over to this one. It just hasn't done as good. This is the lettuce starts. You can see they're all taken off. There's a couple more in here from the lettuce barrel and a rescue tomato. We'll see how well they like growing in this hydroton. And this is the stuff out of the worm bin. I put a couple of them in here and in the experimental bin over there, and the fan hit them. Didn't hit them, and it got too hot. I forgot to turn on one day, and I had a few things die in here. So I had a huge pile of them. This is maybe only a third of the pile that's coming out of that worm bin. They don't get a lot of sunlight, and I just thought, well, I'll just put a stab in here and see if some of them live, and see what happens there. And here's the fish. Of course, they're probably hungry, just waiting to be fed. The new overflow system's working well. The 2 pipes coming out with the drilled holes. The water level's not getting above and overfilling them. And the net pots are still floating up to the bottom of the container. So you can tell that we're not getting any fish clogged in the lines, because that was a pain in the butt. I mean, it's not that bad to take the hose, and none of these are glued. You can pull them off and power flush the line with full pressure coming from the house. That's kind of how we ended up. I mean, it was a really bad thing to get 1 fish in each line. We lost quite a bit of water doing that, but my water's clear. The fish all seem really happy. I haven't done a nitrogen test in a while. It's probably time to do one of those, but everything seems to be working really well. The goldfish have definitely grown. So there's an update for today. Thanks for watching.